bees.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Junior, aka Smoking Guns, out here in Tucson, Arizona, representing the Ultimate Fight Club, giving you the latest content in boxing and MMA news that is out. So tonight's video, man, is on friggin' TJ Dillashaw, and I came out with the video on this dude, how he was suspended by the New York State Athletic Commission for a year for popping dirty on a friggin' piss test, and it looked like Usada has came down on his ass, man, and this is coming out in MMAnews.com, where it states former UFC champ TJ Dillashaw suspended 2 years by Usada for doping violation. And in this article, it also goes on to state former bantamweight champion TJ Dillashaw has been suspended for 2 years by Usada after violating the UFC's anti-doping policy. Usada officials announced the news on Tuesday, with Dillashaw now out of action until January 18th, 2020. Dillashaw, 33, tested positive for recombinant human EPO as a result of an in-competition urine sample he provided on January 18, 2019. Recombinant human EPO is a synthetic hormone used to stimulate the body's production of red blood cells, thereby increasing oxygen transport and aerobic power, and is a prohibited substance, Usada officials said in a statement. Dillashaw did not contest the suspension, and he will serve the full 2-year sanction before being allowed to compete again. EPO is a substance that has been banned since the 1990s, and it's typically used to help conditioning and endurance in athletes. Dillashaw had previously been suspended for 1 year by the New York State Athletic Commission and fined $10,000 as a result of the positive drug test. Usada oversees and enforces UFC's anti-doping policy, and they handed down the standard 2-year sanction for a first offense for this type of banned substance. We all know the pressures to win at all levels of the sport are real and intense, Usada CEO Travis Tygart said. It is exactly why strong anti-doping efforts are necessary to protect clean athletes' rights, health, and safety, and to ensure that those who do succumb to these pressures and decide to break the rules will be held accountable in a real and meaningful way, as in this case. Immediately after he was suspended by the state of New York, Dillashaw put out a public statement where he relinquished the UFC bantamweight title, likely in anticipation that he would be stripped of the title after the sanctions were made public. A new bantamweight champion will be crowned at UFC 238 when flyweight champion Henry Cejudo moves up to 135 pounds to face Marlon Moraes in the main event on June 8th in Chicago. Cejudo knocked out Dillashaw in just 32 seconds at that fight in January, which are also resulted in the positive drug test and subsequent suspension. One held as arguably the best bantamweight of all time, Dillashaw will now put his career on hold for the next 2 years as he serves his suspension for the positive drug test. Quote, now, with this friggin' news coming out right here, TJ Dillashaw's whole friggin' career in the UFC, with the whole run that he's been on, is now put on the friggin' spot, on the real, man. Just for the simple fact is, there is no telling how long this fool has been on this stuff. And I find it funny that when he did get popped dirty by the New York State Athletic Commission, that he was super quick to relinquish that title. And the main reason he relinquished that title so quickly, because this fool already knew that he was going to get popped. He already knew that he was guilty. So it seemed like he wanted to have some kind of dignity and respect to relinquish the title instead of it getting stripped out of his damn hands. And with him popping for an EPO, a substance that will pretty much give you the upper hand on a dude that you were fighting, dude, that is friggin' super effed up right there, man. Because even when I be talking to my homies about the fight game, the one thing that I'll always be telling my homies about is the most dangerous dude you can face up against is a dude that is super skilled and a dude that will not stop, because they do not get tired. And this is the main reason why this fool is able to go into these rounds, being able to keep a high intensity, being able to keep a high pace and not get tired, because this fool has probably been on this stuff for the whole duration of his friggin' run. So it's kind of effed up that this fool has done this, but at the same time, like I said in my other video that was regarding TJ Dillashaw, when you are at the upper echelon of any friggin' sport like this, in the UFC, in boxing, in football, NBA, no matter what you're doing, all of these friggin' fools are on steroids because they're all trying to get the upper hand on the next dude so they can be better than the next man. And it pretty much sucks that this whole fool's career is going to be tainted by this. But the one thing that EPO did not do is it did not help that fool's chin when he got his ass knocked out by Henry Cejudo in that damn last fight. But it is what it is. This fool is now going to be out of commission for the next 2 years. And at least that division is able to move on. And at least a dude like Henry Cejudo isn't going to get screwed out of being able to move up to be able to challenge for the 135-pound title too. And it's a really cool thing that they got a dude like Marlon Moraes, who is a friggin' beast in that division, and they can friggin' match him up with Henry Cejudo to see who is going to be the next king in that bantamweight division. All right, you guys. So I hope you guys like the video. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have any kind of questions, any kind of comments, hit me up in the comment section and I'll be sure to hit you guys up. All right. So I hope you like the video. Holla at your boy.